Day 93 under the dome. With necessities growing dangerously low, who knows what spark will set off this powder keg?
I can't take another minute in the stone! First of its kind, the first dome anywhere.
Well, we're here. This is Dome. All right. Well, this is the number one freestyle comedy rap podcast in the world.
Yes!
And David is doing an imitation of the comedian host that we saw last night, who I guess was playing a character that was on testosterone. Why don't you clue? First of all, this is the greatest freestyle rap comedy podcast on earth,
In the world,
in the world, in the universe, in all known galaxies and multiverses. I'm Bubba Y at Bubba Y, BUBBA, 2 Y's at the end.
Yes. And I'm David.
And thanks for listening.
Please.
And that's the show.
That's it. We'll see you next week.
Why don't you clue the audience in on, what we did last night and how it started, how it came to fruition.
Dude, I'm glad you brought it up. I was cold calling for my job because it's what I got to do, and it sucks. So I'm at a point where I just dial the numbers as quickly as possible. One of the numbers was for the Fourth Wall Comedy Studio, and I dialed and they didn't answer, and then I opened the website and I was like, oh, they have an open mic. So I signed up.
So this was like, I guess your call from Jesus or something.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, did you genuinely think that there was a moment when you saw that it was you had to call this open mic? You were like, wait, this is a sign. I should sign up for this.
I didn't think that, but after signing up and going there, I was like, that's a funny story for the first time doing stand up. Like I was like, it's funny because I signed up and then the first show got canceled because nobody. Like there was 3 of us and then one dropped out, so it was gonna be 2 dudes. So then I signed up again for the next night and I was like, Alex, you gotta sign up. And part of me was like, well, if I get Alex to sign up, then we got one more person and the odds of it getting canceled is lower.
Yeah, and he hit me up, told me he was doing the mic, and it caught me off guard because I was like, oh, he's just gonna go fucking do this shit. And I was like, fuck, I don't want to do it, but then I was like, I should do it though, right? So I also signed up, and we both did a tight 5. What was this venue like?
It's a coffee shop during the day, but there's stand up going on 7 days a week. Yo, I did an open mic, and I don't hold any spite. It felt really nice doing the tight 5 with my friend, and we gave high fives.
Yeah, we gave high fives to each other because it is my brother. Yeah, next to my lover. I just wanna know, could we write some jokes and go down to Hollywood and share them with the folks?
Yep, I'm in Hollywood, and yeah, I probably should do a tight 5 with like 5 guys. And yeah, I'm showing my thighs.
That's not an exaggeration. In all of the nation, there was only 5 guys in this situation.
True.
There was a very small audience there, but it's okay. I don't care. Yeah, look at my hair.
Yeah, I don't need an audience. The ones that were there were probably dense. They were sitting near each other, and every word that I uttered. So it's a coffee shop during the day, but there's people just doing. You pay to play. You pay $5 to do 5 minutes and so forth. So it's like,
and no one paid for the 10-minute slot. Thankfully, I don't think anyone there has 10 minutes in them. Maybe they did, but I wouldn't have liked to see it.
I probably would do a bad 10 minutes. Like if I was like, all right, I'm doing 10 minutes, no matter what, and just started rambling to fill the time, that's when shit gets bad. But I think that's when you grow, when you learn to just force it.
I'd thought about doing a joke where I was like, I only paid for the 5 minutes, but by the time I'm done, you're going to be wishing I paid for the 10. Then I was thinking maybe it's not cool to talk about how we all paid to do this.
Right. It's definitely, there are aspects of it, because I mentioned the fact that I cold called the place, and that in itself, admitting to having a job, the same way that we talked about me having a job on the podcast 9 million times, that feels like destroying the illusion, even though there isn't really an illusion, but talking about having a day job during the thing.
What do you want to alienate your audience? You know, ingratiate yourself with them. We're working class people,
You're
folks.
Right. You're right.
We're just like you. We put our training bras on one arm at a time.
Right. You guys could freestyle too, you know?
Okay. So that's what sets us apart is our ability to occasionally have a banger of a rhyme scheme.
Every 3 to 4 freestyles.
I showed up a tad late, but only like 5 minutes.
Right, and you caught him just doing his thing.
The host was going ape shit on stage. I couldn't perceive necessarily any jokes. He was doing a character, which maybe in the different context would have worked, but it was like jacked up on tea.
It picked up. Like it took a second because he was at first. I going first is crazy, right? But going first with that kind of bit is crazy.
Well, he's probably he's done this for a while now. You know what I mean?
I mean, he was running the show.
Yeah.
You missed it. He introed himself. Like he was sitting and he was like, "Welcome to the stage, your host," and blah 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 his name, and then he got on stage.
That is very funny.
Yeah, so that in itself I thought was funny. Like
I thought about paying him during my set as well because I thought that would also be funny, but then the same thought in my head was like, okay, wait, I think there's a unified front here that we're not trying to joke about the fact that we're paying to do this.
Yeah, killing the illusion like that sucks. I was just like excited to do it, and then he tagged us on Instagram.
No, he didn't.
He tagged the wrong Instagram handle. Like,
oh, thank God.
He tagged me, and I was like, shit, that's not my Instagram. Or else, I mean, I guess.
Well, it's weird because he handed me his phone to put in my own handle things, and he didn't do that for you.
No, he just like, I think he forgot, and then he just guessed.
That's weird. There must be other David Haddads. Yo, there's a whole bunch of David Haddads, bruh. Oh my God, yeah, better look up the next David Haddad, girl.
Yeah, Mr. Haddad. I got a job, and I got an Instagram that if you fucking shook my hand and asked the man, you could have gotten.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. Obviously you got an interesting name, and you might have something to explain to this guy if he's going to correctly direct them.
Yo, I was standing there rambling, trying to prove to this dude that I am established. And if he asked me for my IG, I could probably bring like fucking 3 peeps.
It's a bummer, because honestly, I might recommend that the fans check out your set and then maybe not mine, because mine was not that fine. The second guy that went up was me, actually.
Yeah,
no, it was you.
Yeah, I was the second guy.
It was you, and you did pretty good. I was super impressed. In my head, I was like, damn, dude, David's just going up unprepared or whatever, but he prepared. He threw me off guard, and I would say he was probably one of the best. If he had like more material, he probably would have been the best. Which I don't know what that says for the overall quality of the show.
Yeah, it's not like there were some killers there.
No, yeah.
I also felt like I had given up on caring about how it went because of how many times I had attempted to do a comedy open mic and then not gone through with it. Like I once went to another show similar to this one and got to the door, and the door was closed already because the show had already started, and I was just standing at the door, and then I just was like, fuck it. And then I went back to my car and left. And it was one of those moments where I was like, I guess I'm not doing this. And that was like 2 years ago.
That is cool, though, that you did that unencouraged by others. You were just like on your own terms. I'm going to go do this open mic alone.
Yeah.
You were going to do that yesterday. I'm glad you hit me up about it.
Yeah. Well, and I felt like the fact that I was going to jump into that and try it out, I felt like, hey, you know what? Maybe Alex will fucking get in there. And I felt like you had some good takes. The pacing was a little off at the beginning, but
yeah, no, my pacing was dog shit. You know what the issue was? What I saw on your set that I wish I could have mirrored was it seemed like you had a good candor with the audience from the get-go, and I was just sort of like, who are these people? and I was just trying to recite shit in my head instead of like talking to the people.
Yeah.
And I think that's what fucked me in the end.
Those dudes were making eye contact with us hard. Like
You're on stage. Of course they're gonna make eye contact.
Right,
with
but
you.
like there were multiple instances where I felt like I was being spoken to directly, which makes sense. But I guess when I was up there, I couldn't really see anybody. Like the light was so bright, I couldn't really encounter anyone's eyes specifically. Maybe they're not actually making eye contact with you, but it feels like they are because they're
They're watching you perform. Of course they're making eye contact.
Well, I just
What do you
couldn't-
think they're looking at?
No, but I'm saying when I was on stage and I was looking at them, I couldn't really see anybody really clearly. I like the light was so bright. I was.
But
kinda,
then, what is your assumption that you felt like there was eye contact?
like they were looking in my direction, and I felt like we were making eye contact, but they couldn't necessarily see me making eye contact specifically.
No, they could.
They could. Okay.
Oh, for sure, bro. Third guy was me, and I was, not the worst. I will say this: there was at least 2 people that were worse than me. So let's be real. The host was worse than me, and the guy who came up after me was definitely worse than me.
The guy that came up after you was doing the character of a person who knows how to do comedy.
It was so weird because it reminded me of some nostalgia here, folks. Way back in like 2014, I was hanging out with David and a friend of ours, Becky, and David, and we were stoned out of our brains. And David was like, "Yo, I can do this stand-up routine," and he does this thing where he's not actually like telling us any jokes. He's just sort of talking, but he does it in this sort of stand-up comedy cadence. And his rhythm is like that as well, and it was kind of mind blowing at the time, and I was definitely stoned. But you kind of brought that back. I was like, all right, he's doing it again, and he's doing it well, but he has jokes this time, so it's like it's working.
I don't remember that moment in 2014. That's crazy.
It might have been 2013. You remember it now? Does that help?
I don't remember the moment in any year.
Nah, how do you not remember that? That was pivotal, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. How did I? Maybe I was too high.
Yeah. Well, it's probably a good thing that I don't know. Maybe you waited this long for a reason. You know,
Dude, I also feel like the open mic is so embarrassing because of the fact that it's just people performing for people performing. You're performing for performers, and that's giving me performance anxiety because they're all here thinking, oh, I'm better than him and he's better than me.
But at the same time, when you perform in front of people that are there with the same mind, they're gonna see you and maybe not boo. They're gonna be a little more encouraging. It's true.
I guess you're right. If there's like this tight, encouraging group of peeps who really want to help you get on your feet, all they want to do is get on stage and speak.
Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty uncouth for them to do you wrong like that, dude. To start booing while you're on stage when there's only like 2 or 3 people over there. That would make me enraged.
Yo, who is this dude booing? I really perceive him to be Jewish.
Is this a roast battle or an open mic? I think you need to slow your roll. You dyke. I was going there too, bro.
You really?
Gay!
Our apologies.
Speaking of gay, the 4th guy was, I'm pretty sure gay.
I think it was the 5th guy, but yes,
Really?
definitely gay.
That
I
was
think
the-
he explained it from the get-go.
I think it was bipolar dude, then gay dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
so
bipolar was
yeah,
4.
yeah, yeah.
And he was all right. He was he had the rhythm down. I noticed that. You know what was one of the things that he did that I'm gonna do next time is he took that mic stand off the stage. He was like, "Fuck this mic stand, it's gone." I kept fucking playing with the mic stand the whole
Alex
time.
tried
I
to
was
put his
up
arm
there.
on the mic stand.
Yeah,
once,
like a cool guy. You know what I mean? Man,
tough.
that is so embarrassing.
No, you know what? So the guy after the gay guy, the body dysmorphia Mike, he was messing with the mic stand, but I feel like he was doing it in a manly, sexy way. He was like doing this. And
Yeah, he was like benching the mic stand at one point.
Yeah.
He was pretending it was like the what are those, the workout bands.
Yeah. I noticed also that it's kind of hard to say absurd, perverted, or like racist shit. Like at one point, Mike got kind of dirty, and I noticed everybody kind of hesitate, and then I said something about black guys at one point. That
was a little strange because there wasn't any necessarily joke attached to it. You were
Right,
like, I know about football. There's a bunch of black guys, which I guess there's some humor there. I guess
it's like not really specific to football, but it was just
it was a moment that could have broken your whole performance, but you pushed through.
I
and
felt
it
some
worked.
tightness. It got tight in there.
No, I felt it too. There was a point where I was like, "Whoa, why'd he do that? Why'd he go there?"
You ain't black.
And then when Body Dysmorphia Mike was talking about his dick, I remember all of us being like, "Oh shit!" I did feel a little weird at that point.
Yeah, that dude. He opens by talking about how he has body dysmorphia, but like he tries to make it seem like he's accepted it and he's cool with it or something.
Well, like it's not, he's making it a joke because it's like it's a positive mental illness,
right?
That has helped him get jacked.
But he's also there was also some insecurity there, and like there was him talking about how he's jacked. You know what I mean? There's a way you can do that that is funny and doesn't come off as like, yeah, I'm short, but I'm fucking jacked.
Yeah. He dude, when bodybuilders, he's a bodybuilder basically.
Mm-hmm.
When bodybuilders have regular clothes on and you just see how fucking full their fucking pants are, I'm like, yo, this dude's yeah, that sound like I was talking about his dick. No, their legs are so big that they don't fit in normal pants.
Yeah, it's funny, like like regular fit jeans are skinny jeans to them.
Yeah, like his pants were huge, and I was just like, oh my god, this dude's legs must be enormous.
You look up stout in the dictionary, and it's a photo of this guy. Like he could probably be a sumo wrestler, just based solely on his center of gravity and how much, sturdiness he has. He's built like a fucking tree trunk.
When I first got there, it was just the host and this guy, and I was so nervous. I was like trying to make them laugh, and I was like, fucking be cool, Dave.
Damn, I you know what? I probably would have been better too if I'd gotten there before the show started and
warm up a little,
had built some rapport with the audience or whatever, like you did. That would have been nice.
And I felt like I felt like I was so in the business by the end of this of the mic. Like when we were all leaving, we were like dapping each other. But hey, you were really funny. Like that felt like it felt like when we would do fucking hookah lounge open mics. Back in the day, and we would like tell people, "Oh, you got bars, bro!" Like that affirmation in the local scene. That's such a goofy thing that I appreciate. Yo, I just want affirmation from the motherfucking whole nation. Yup. I ain't gonna give no explanation. Yup. It wipes away the irritation.
I'm irritated because I don't get my ego boosted. I want to know, was I good? Could you tell the truth, bitch?
Whoa.
Oh, but if I was bad, maybe lie to me. Yeah, that wouldn't be sad.
Yep.
That would make me super glad. Yo, put my ego on the mat.
Just tell me the truth, only if it's good. And if it is not, then go back to your hood.
Yeah.
Don't fucking speak to me unless it's about how fucking well I dress.
Yo, you dress so nice. I wish I could dress up like you twice, but I can only dress up once, or else I'll look like a cunt. I can't dress up twice, no, because then I would wear too many clothes. I wouldn't freeze. It'd be too hot, please.
Lullaby by Piper Beats, Fatal by Lethal Needle. I think that was Walk by Legs. We're at 3 or 4. No, Zone.
That was the fourth one.
Zoned by Lex Factor.
I really gotta pee.
Okay. You gonna hit him with the Chris?
Yes.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Yeller.
Oh, Mitch, what is good?
It's been a rough day, my guys. Dave, Alex.
We hate to break this news, which we're not actually breaking the news. By the time you guys hear this, Aaron Carter will have been dead for at least a day. This morning, we're mourning because we found out that Aaron Carter was found dead in his bathtub. The I Want Candy magnate, child star, The
One
only
of the
person,
greatest Instagram live streamers of all time.
an internet personality rivaled by none, except for maybe, you know what, rivaled by none. I'm not even going to bring that into the conversation. Are you riding your bike right now, bro?
I'm walking to the liquor store real quick.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna, okay.
Dude's about to get tuned up for the show. I told you I was gonna call you like over an hour ago. This should have been stuff that already happened.
I can't
I
believe.
was charging my phone, dude. I was getting ready
Oh, okay.
So now you're walking and potting,
for like it's literally up the block.
dude. I know that Aaron Carter just died, but I wanted to mention you just bought a house, right, Mitch?
Yes.
Well, you own a property and a house.
Mitch,
In Detroit, Michigan.
That's pretty sick. So it was like $15.
No, it was under 100K.
Bro, have you seen Barbarian?
No.
Well,
I've seen people post about it, but
you should know that it has to do with real estate in Detroit.
Yeah.
And how fucking terrifying it is. That's kind of the whole point of the movie.
oh, I'll tell you right now, dude, when I was like looking at houses as someone who's like unfamiliar with the Detroit neighborhoods, holy shit, dude, it is storming like crazy. But dude,
Are we on speakerphone right now?
no, we're in the headphones.
Okay, hell
dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. I guess congrats on the house.
Thank you.
How did Aaron Carter die? Drugs?
Yeah, it's
I'm assuming he like did duster or some shit. Like he drowned in his tub. I mean, that's
High.
honestly one of the worst ways I think you could ever go out in this world.
yeah, no. Well, I think I was hearing some speculation that he was ODing and then moved into the tub
to chill.
because of the ODing, and then you know, when you're ODing, you don't necessarily stay conscious for too long, and if you're in a tub,
Then you
that's
drown.
not the best combination of things. I also kind of feel like there was like the last couple of months the spiral there was an uptick. Would you agree on, have you, like, I feel like he kind of for a brief period of time was maintaining a semblance of sobriety, and
oh no, dude,
he fell off the
was
wagon hard.
He was turned up from the floor up, like he was on duster, dude. Like there was one live stream I remember seeing where you could like hear him like
Well, yeah, the camera was off. This is the state of this guy's mind. He thinks because he turns the camera off, people aren't going to be able to see him doing massive amounts of duster, but you can still hear his slurred speech from having done the duster, and then you
and
hear
his voice got all weird.
yeah, his voice is all strange, and then you hear a giant and then he starts talking again. It's like, yeah, you're obviously huffing right now.
I feel
Yeah.
I feel bad roasting him post mortem.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't have a chance to respond to this, so that's kind of dark. Yo, R.I.P. to AC. I wish that he would come back to me. I wish that he would say 2 or 3 things. And next thing you know, oh dang, Natalie is on the phone in the FaceTime, yo. And next thing you know, that is my bro's sisto. Her bro's bro. Oh, whoa, oh no. Tell him, yo.
I ain't never been Karen, but suddenly I'm rapping about the death of Aaron. While my sis on FaceTime, I'll call you back, sis, in a little time.
Yo, put that shit down. We gotta respect Aaron. Yo, I don't know why, but the Carter, yo, I wish he didn't die. And now we're survived by Nick. Man, dude, that guy can suck my dick.
Nick can suck my dick until he's fucking sick. And yeah, you know I'm never gonna stop until I get a lick. I'm about to hit a lick with a bitch.
Technically, the Backstreet Boys were way more important to me growing up than Aaron Carter ever was. I never even really liked his music growing up.
So Aaron Carter matters because of the brother, right?
I do think that Backstreet Boys,
Yes, no.
yeah, it's...
okay, like Aaron Carter's dude got big. I don't have any change, man.
Oh my God, this dude you're the most unprofessional podcaster we've ever worked
This
with.
fucking
Sorry.
sucks, dude.
Alex, you did a podcast walking next to a highway.
Oh, yeah.
One time. So
Yeah,
why don't you shut the fuck up.
Well,
dude?
and that was, and if I recall correctly, that was also, I was like, hey guys, you want a pod? And then it was me hopping on, I was sort of inserting myself onto your guys' podcast.
Yeah, no, you invited me on a podcast and then said, "Oh no, this is yours."
Dude, that was one
And
of
you
the
were
drunkest
down
moments
bad
I've ever
that-
been.
Dude, yeah, you were down bad that.
Oh
day.
yeah, no, that was a rough time.
Did it ever get, so that never got posted?
No, I think it got posted.
Absolutely fucking not.
Oh, it didn't? Damn.
No, you couldn't hear anything, and we're like, "What made you think like this was a good idea?" You're like, I really didn't think it'd be that loud, and you can't hear shit, dude.
I did really
No,
enjoy.
it was very fun though.
I did really enjoy one of the if anyone's listening podcast that we all did together, where I feel like both of us were pretty drunk, and we just kept on not letting Mitch speak. Do you remember this? We were both sitting in your room. What episode was that, Mitch? Do you remember? Because that got posted.
Well, I think that
No.
was, I don't remember. Fuck.
What's up? Is the IAL pod back in business or what?
Yeah, dude, I'm getting a whole room set up for the podcast
Whoa.
and shit.
I want to know a little more about this house purchase. Do you have any other thoughts on Aaron Carter? You know, oh, maybe we should just briefly talk about what
well,
he
he was also selling his house, and he like someone on Twitter found it, dude, because they looked up his area code and just looked up the most expensive house there.
and it was his.
Aaron was Aaron was asking for like $20,000.
He probably
or something
thinks
above.
because he owned it, it's worth more. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, like somebody.
It's
was
like an
gonna-
autograph. It's like, yeah, I signed my name on this house, so it's actually got more value than just a normal
Yeah,
rich
and it's like,
person's
Aaron,
house.
there's hundreds of hours of him smoking cigarettes.
And he like trained dogs in that house too, if I'm not mistaken. Bro,
Man, Mitch,
Sorry.
I can't wait for you to be
this
home.
is
dude.
payback.
I'm almost home. This is payback.
But it's funny, we are gonna release this, but I'm just gonna turn you down.
Our fans are gonna pay back for your fucking lack of professionalism.
I'm sorry, dude.
Why don't we just move in with Mitch?
Yeah, now that you have, how many bedrooms does that house have?
3.
Not even, bro. Bro, you're coming up in the world. You were like talking about killing yourself a couple months ago. Now you've got a fucking house? That rules.
Might have to bleep that for the YouTube.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
On you
Might have to. You were talking about self-deleting on YouTube. Okay, I
We're
swear.
gonna unalive yourself.
There's a trend on YouTube where people have to come up with clever workarounds for saying you can't even say suicide.
I mean, yeah, and we just said it 3 times. I think if you get 7 views a video, you don't get taken down for that.
That bullshit.
I want to get taken down like everybody else.
Yeah, so you can do the right wing thing of I'm being canceled. It's
Yeah,
like,
and be a martyr.
we're being shadow banned.
Are you
because
inside
we're
now?
Almost.
Well, I did just turn down all the highs
Oh.
on his. I think that was kind of what was the main
Man, producer
annoying thing.
extraordinaire over here.
What can I say? I've got some chops.
Did you guys watch Aaron Carter's No Jumper?
Not his most recent one, and now that is like his last interview before his death. Do you watched it? Do you have any
I
insight?
watched it. He was way calmer than he was in other ones. So honestly, it was probably the worst podcast he had done at No Jumper, because the other ones were just like where he leaked his phone number, and they're like, "Why did you do that?" And he's like, "Because I can do anything I fucking want." And they're like, "But why? Like, what possessed you to do that?"
Yeah, definitely not the smartest thing to dox yourself.
I feel like a lot of people go on that show like fucked up or in a crisis. Like for some reason that show is a platform for a bunch of shit shows. Yeah, you know, Adam is my fucking bro.
Oh, no.
And I don't know him personally, but I just know that several peeps end up on there and they speak.
Yo, Adam 22, what it do? Yo,
What it
you
do?
is that dude. Yeah, that's that podcast. Yo, I don't mean to be rude, but you bring these people on and they got some problems. Is that not exploitation? Well, how about you bring us on?
And and I don't mind. Exploiting me is fine. You can grab my ass, you can grab my thighs, and you could have me on during a relapse. Yeah, I won't be mad, and maybe that will help me blow up, and that will not be
You can
bad.
do literally anything you want to me. And I'm 23. That's right. Once you fuck me, that's a level up for you. Oh my God, Adam. Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Are you gonna go on Plug Talk?
Yeah,
Alex?
yeah.
'Cause that's the one with the chicks,
Yeah,
right?
where he,
Yeah, that's
where he
one
fucks
where
the
they-
people they interview.
Yeah.
Oh, he does that?
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Oh, it's like an OnlyFans show,
It's a-
right?
it's an
Or something?
OnlyFans
It's
show,
an
yeah.
OnlyFans show where they interview the girl.
No,
For
I,
I don't know, like 40 minutes. And
Yeah, and
I
then they
briefly
have the-
forgot about that, but yeah, now I remember that that's a thing.
Which
is cool. I
that-
mean, it reminds me of Flavor of Love. You guys remember the old
yeah.
Flava Flav? Is Flava Flav still alive?
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he should have died, but I think he's alive.
Good for him. Yeah, that's right. He was on Eric Andre a couple.
Yeah, he has
years
no
ago.
teeth at this point.
Flava Flav had this reality show where he just had like 12 women come in and compete to be his wife, which is awesome.
Yeah, the rules.
I don't even know if it was his wife. It was just.
Her name is
dated.
Bridget Nielsen, and she used to be married to Sylvester Stallone. So
Whoa.
one could argue that was a little bit of a downgrade. But
big downgrade.
but Bridget Nielsen was all right back in the day. Anyway, at the end of each episode, he would fuck one of the ladies.
That rules. I will say about the Plug Talk show, it's not the best way of consuming porn because I feel like I would just skip through the podcast. You know, I'd be like, "Fuck this podcast," and
I
just get
feel
to
like
the
you gotta
fucking.
be a real degenerate to listen to a porn star talk for an hour. That's way.
Whoa,
worse than
that's a
watching
good. That's a
porn.
great point, Mitchell. Like the people who are in porn do not overlap with people who are quality audio broadcasters.
Yeah.
You're totally. They can barely like act like a plumber for fucking 6 minutes,
Yeah.
let alone.
Well, no, I mean, if you listen to like back in the day, those old shock jock shows like Howard Stern and Opie and Anthony, they regularly had, not regularly, but they would more than often have these just porn stars,
Right, but it's
or like you know sex show workers or whatever the case may be. And it was just because they also had like a video thing going on. It was just for some eye candy or whatever, and to hear the sexy voices. That was a big thing
and
too.
on Stern, they'd end up sitting on fucking vibrator machines half of the time.
Yeah, there
Insidious.
was some exploitation going on, but for the most part, there was
but
never
that's
any
way-
interesting conversations going on whatsoever.
I
I
guess
always liked when they had like comedians who would on there and just be extremely rude to the women. Like Jim Jeffries was one of the best. He
Yeah,
would be so fucking mean. There was one where he literally didn't go to sleep, pulled up to O&A and was like drunk off his ass at like 8 a.m, and he's just like being so mean to this girl.
it's just crazy that radio has to happen that early in
that's
the
the
morning.
thing is, I would still like if there was a porn star that wanted to be on here, or even just someone that you know had an OnlyFans channel, I wouldn't mind hearing what that's like.
Well, I think
I'm
that's
sure
the-
that's some interesting conversation.
That's the value of having porn stars and sex workers on audio shows is just hearing the behind the scenes of that type of stuff.
Aaron Carter had an OnlyFans. I've seen that man's dick a few times.
really?
Dude, my
unfortunately.
favorite photo ever is where he spreads his legs out completely wide and holds his ankles, and it's just a photo of his
Wait, so
ass.
you both are subscribed to Aaron
no,
Carter's
no.
OnlyFans?
Someone
Oh, okay,
leaked
okay.
it on
Trolls
Twitter.
will leak his more disgusting OnlyFans photos, and it's like, God damn, the I
Yeah,
Want
dude.
Candy kid is doing this shit now.
My favorite thing too is whenever Aaron would like show screenshots of like the like admin side of OnlyFans, it would just be a bunch of men's names being like, they sent you $15.
Oh,
Like
it's just,
and
oh,
Wardo
and-
messaged you.
And
Like,
whenever he posted about OnlyFans on like his Twitter account or something like that,
Just
the
dudes.
comments would be mostly from dudes being like, "I can't wait to see you tonight, baby," or whatever. Just guys. Which Aaron
Okay,
has
then-
Aaron has in the past claimed to be bisexual.
Oh, okay.
That could have been for clout though.
well, I just feel like
well, he pulled the bisexual card way before the media was ready for that.
Yo, Aaron is by, and now he's bye-bye. Yo, R.I.P.A.C. He died. Oh my, I'm sad. I cried. Why?
I wonder why it took Aaron such a long time to claim that he was bi. And now he's spreading his thighs in a coffin. Yeah, I'm talking.
OnlyFans, no. R.I.P. that man. I wish that I could go and see a show again. See him spread eagle on the flow again. Yeah, you know it's him, Aaron Carter, friend.
R.I.P. my boy Carter. Yeah, you know that dude was a farter and also a squirter. Yeah, I fucking let a turd spur on my word.
The earth lost a man and gained an angel today. Yo, OnlyFans, his main mins were gay, and that's okay. Yo, you gotta get that money. You gotta get it anyway.
I'm on the OnlyFans.
Just made a banger in like 2 seconds.
What are you gonna do?
But dude, one of my favorite Aaron Carter OnlyFans things is he would constantly degrade Melanie for doing OnlyFans and talking about like she's a bad mom for being like a sex worker or whatever. And it's like, Aaron, you're a sex worker. Dude.
Yeah, there was like some sort of mental disconnect there, and it kind of, you know, it all leads to the fact that dude was fucking crazy and just insane balls.
Could you have predicted that the death was going to happen this soon, Mitchell? Like, or did you think maybe another 10 years?
I thought maybe another 10 years because like typically narcissists are incapable of killing themselves.
Right.
But he didn't intentionally kill himself, right?
No. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way he would ever purposefully end it, no matter what.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was suspecting that maybe it could have been a suicide simply because the flack
Here
has
we go again. Fuck.
the flack has increased in the recent years for him. So I mean in the recent months, not even years. There's been like I feel like, sure, he's fucking up. He's relapsing. He's lying to his fans. All this shit. But that, you know, it exists in this bubble of things that contribute to his mental incapacity.
I feel like a person like that, there comes a point where it has to either be sobriety or death. Like there is no in between anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going way too hard.
When he went on Steve-O's podcast and talked about like being sober and shit, Steve-O was so uncomfortable, and you could tell he really, really resented Aaron. Because Steve-O's also not going to call you on that, you know, as a
not on the
addict.
show, definitely.
Not on the show, but like
I could see him after the show being like,
dude,
"Hey man, what the hell? You're obviously high right now."
But dude, I am glad that I was able to see Aaron Carter in real life before he died.
Oh, yeah, that was recently, right?
Yeah, I got kicked out of the show for live streaming it.
That was a very interesting development because, okay, so you were live streaming it, but then somehow the cops showed up.
Someone from the live stream, because I showed his dog that was in the camper, which also, dude, it was like the dog was not going to fucking heat stroke to death. He was on stage for
and it
like
was
90
nighttime.
minutes. It was nighttime in Michigan. Dude, it was like 70 degrees outside. I mean, the dog was completely fine. The dog was completely calm.
So it was because for the dog's safety that the cops were called?
Yes.
Yeah, someone called the Ann Arbor police, and the work
because of Mitch's live at this Aaron Carter concert.
The lamest police department of all time was called.
Yeah, and I got kicked out before I could get a photo with him.
All right, man. That's
dude, the guy was so fucking pissed at me. He's like, "Listen, dude, I know what you're doing. I know you and your little network." And I was like, "Bro, I have no idea what you're talking about." I'm like, "I just think this is funny." I'm like, I was like, "I didn't call the fucking police." I was like, "That's retarded, dude." Like,
man, so you contributed to that guy's stress in his final months of life.
Yeah, dude.
How does that make you feel, bro?
You might have been the butterfly effect.
That was the straw that broke the camel's back for Aaron. You might have caused him to relapse. You are. There's a pipeline to you causing this.
Yeah.
wow.
I wonder who's gonna get the dog now.
Not Mitch.
No.
Not Melania.
No, the dogs are gone. I think that was another thing. You would see.
Oh yeah, Nala the dog. They haven't seen it.
That was a big thing. Everyone's like, "Where's Nala?" He has this one German Shepherd who's beautiful, but she hasn't been seen in any videos lately. So people were like, "Yo, what the fuck happened to the dog? Did you sell that dog? What's going on here?"
Damn.
And
one of my other favorite Aaron Carter things was when he started flexing after he had to sell all his guns because of CPS. And he went to a pawn shop to sell them, and as a celebrity was flexing like $3,000 that he sold at a pawn shop, dude. I'm like, that is so fucking hilarious.
It must
like,
be like easier to sell guns at a pawn shop than to do it like off of Craigslist or
course,
something. Like, because what is it? You have to transfer titles and registrations like a car. I imagine there's something involved like that.
Oh yeah.
Yo. There's some logistics if you want to get that stick and transfer it to your friend. Yeah, get the blicky and give it to him. There's some paperwork you gotta sign, my friend.
Yeah, I'm about to sell my Glock. Catch me down at the local pawn shop. And yeah, this shit doesn't rock, but I gotta get fucking cash so I can get a rock.
Yo, I got the pink slips for the blippity blip and make it go slick. It goes gak 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 gak. Every single day I shoot you in the dick. Yeah, what can I say?
Yup, I go rat-ta-ta on a motherfucker. Yeah, I'm never fucking gonna stop until I fucking am under a car.
Shoot you till you're dead. Boy, I shoot you in the head, bitch. I fucking shoot everyone. I'm rich. I got a gun. I got plenty of them. So I'm gonna kill you and send you to heaven.
Man.
I'm trying to find his Cody fan and see what she's posted about him.
I was looking at a few of his detractors pages and how they're
the
like,
LMG.
There are some people that are celebrating this and very publicly, and it's a little disturbing.
Wow, celebrating someone's tragic death.
This is the other part too, dude. Now all the people who literally used every waking moment to bring down Aaron's downfall are now being like, it's so fucked up of people to make fun of him. Like, this is disgusting. I'm like, you literally, your whole Twitter account is dedicated to like exposing him, and now you have some moral compass.
Trolling is so whack. It's like if there's someone online that is doing funny, stupid stuff, why hate on it? Like, if it's entertaining, encourage them to make fools of themselves more instead of being like, this is stupid,
I feel
you
like that's,
suck at this.
That's a reverse troll, sort of.
It is a form of trolling, but I think that at least you're not being mean, you know?
It's a positive troll.
Yeah. It's not going to result in someone ODing in their bathtub.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, you know. I mean,
I watched Check the Star cry on his live stream today about Aaron.
Oh, man. And that guy's like he's like an Island Boys ripoff who Aaron Carter worked with for a couple of songs. I think they went on tour together very briefly.
Do you think
then they had a falling out, and then they got back together.
Do you think the career was in music specifically was following an upward trajectory, Mitch, or was it going nowhere?
I don't know, because I mean, dude, his last project actually did get downloads and shit.
It went gold. So
what the hell is that?
I don't know how many sales gold is.
Okay,
it's less than diamond.
It's not platinum.
It's not platinum, that's for sure. But you know, there are people who are more relevant that don't go gold.
Yeah, and he's independent, probably, right? He's not.
I think he is current.
Oh no, he was on Sony last time.
Oh really?
Gotcha.
Okay, well.
So I mean, I feel like any shitty artist can go gold with a publishing deal. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a matter of.
It's a weird thing because it's got me thinking a lot about Kanye West, because he's also a celebrity who kind of is having a bit of a public downfall, kind of how Aaron Carter did, and definitely a different way for sure.
And a much more expensive one.
Yeah, exactly. He has so much more to lose than Aaron Carter.
Aaron Carter technically lost everything. It just took 10 years. He had to become old and slowly lost his entire empire, and now he's just a guy who owns a house and some dogs. Whereas Kanye, it all happened so quickly.
And I feel like Kanye probably has more assets that, I'm sure Kanye has fucking 15 houses and a bunch of shit to sell to keep himself.
Yeah, he's been famous for way longer.
Yeah, and like he's still getting checks from Gold Digger. You know what I'm saying? Like every month he gets a check from Spotify or whatever. So like he still has a revenue stream. Kanye doesn't have to go on OnlyFans and show his asshole to like Russian men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen. That would be wild if we enter into the OnlyFans Kanye.
It's crazy to me that Aaron Carter died this week, and somehow that's the death that we're talking about, and
Right.
not even mentioning the fact that Takeoff.
Well, I was gonna mention Takeoff,
but
we
feel
could have
like,
naturally transitioned into
Well,
it. That
I-
was kind of natural, although I
I
can't knock that.
Thank you. I did want to just point out the fact that Takeoff, the least painful Migos to lose. You know what I'm saying?
What?
And I mean for the culture, I get like
This is a bad take, Dave.
Quavo and Offset are way more popular and relevant in pop culture is what I'm saying. All right, bad take. What are you gonna do?
Takeoff was probably the best Migo.
Yeah, he was the
He
best.
was the most
rapper.
talented one.
Yeah.
Wait, really? I guess I don't know. Really,
What I'm saying, Mitch, is not that he was not the best. I'm saying that he was the most poorly branded, and also the fact that, dude, like hours prior to his death, his like homie in the driver's seat has a gun like just on the driver's seat, and he dies at a dice game gone wrong in a bowling alley.
Dude, also, allegedly, his own people clipped him.
Yeah.
But I thought
Apparently
it was friendly fire. It
Yeah,
wasn't like
that's- that's his own
friendly
person.
fire.
Well, yeah, it wasn't like his own people turning on him.
No. It was an accident, a tragic happenstance. I can't believe we lost Takeoff. Man, I'll miss that man, goddamn. Probably the best Migo. Yo, I wish I could have seen a show, but I'll never see those dudes live. Man, I wish that he had survived.
That guy Takeoff, career was about to take off. Now that he wasn't held down by the dudes at So Profound, he was out in Houston, about to do some cool shit.
Family.
All of a sudden, some dude just pull out the fucking thing and
They put the bando in the Wikipedia, and nobody thanked them. And I gotta say, man, they was some dank men.
Oh.
A trio. I love the Migos. They were, adios mio. I'm gonna miss them. Frio.
Gangsta rap is back, and I'm about to wear a hat with a cat. Yeah, you know me, I ain't never going back. Yeah, I just feel like there comes a point where you've gained so much success in music and you have the money to like level up and say, all right, I'm done with this like street lifestyle where I'm walking around with weapons and like gambling off the books. Like there's a more leveled up. I mean, I'm not knocking like the lifestyle. If you're,
I feel like historically that's just been proven to be wrong because there's been so many people who have kind of made it, and if their past kind of catches up to them in a sense is the way. Like,
I guess I wish it would have been like, because you see people like 50 Cent who come from a lifestyle of selling drugs and violence, and then they transition into being like, oh, I own businesses now, I do all this.
And he kind of made it a point to do that though. He was like, I am no longer a hood ass dude.
Yeah.
He like, it was kind of his career trajectory. He's like, all right, I have money now. I'm gonna be the vitamin water guy that makes TV shows.
And I mean, I guess it's just there's so many people who end up in rap music who were successful business people illegally. You know, if you're a successful drug dealer,
It's wild that Young Thug is gonna be in prison for the rest of
you
his
know
life.
what I'm saying? Like that's
Bro,
wild, dude.
The Young Thug shit, when I heard they were hit with a RICO charge, my first thought, I'm like, there's no way Young Thug is like really in the street like that. Like, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And then when they started, like, because also, bro, they said they've been working on this case for like 8 years or something.
Well, yeah,
Since,
no,
like,
I think it was
2014.
because I mean that was kind of when he started popping off, was in 2014. Granted, he had a few mixtapes with Rich Homie Quan before then and whatnot, but that was when he started getting the young money, and yeah. So I think that this is just for him specifically. It was just a matter of he was doing the dirty before he got famous, and maybe it's not that hard to get out of, even though you have the means, maybe perceivably, to get out of it. There are other people involved that make it so that you can't.
That's crazy. I'm just like 8 years to fucking lock this dude up. Who has the time and energy to persist through that, dude?
Oh, you got to make an example of him.
Well, no, I think whoever is persisting through the case is trying to make a career for themselves. Like, it's
Yeah,
just like a
like the-
motivated officer.
Yeah, no. If you bring down Young Thug, that's a big. You're a detective after that or whatever. You get
Yeah, you get your badge.
You're sergeant or whatever the fucking ranks are. I gotta pee, Mitch. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep you on the line. And,
Sweet, dude.
But I'm gonna hit him with the Chris.
It's great to be
pause.
back.
I'll hang out with you, Mitch.
All right.
I'll be right back. I'll be
Dude.
right back.
You said troon porn. What's that?
Well, like, you guys don't know what a troon is. A troon is just like a nickname for trans people who look like cartoons because they're like, you know.
Oh, so it's a slur.
Yeah, it's one that hasn't hit the filters yet.
Jeez.
You know, so
A trans person that looks like a cartoon because of the surgery they've had?
well, just they don't look like a real person, you know.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Damn, that.
Or it's like you can just spot them, you know.
There's a trans woman that keeps popping up in my Bumble. It might be Hinge. Probably Hinge.
Dude, that's why I deleted Hinge. I was so
'Cause of the trans
motherfucking
people?
Jeez.
sick. Yeah,
I mean, you
dude.
could just swipe left or whatever the direction.
Dude, but
is.
I was like, okay, I'm already wasting time on this app, but now I'm wasting time on people who aren't even women. Like, how the fuck is there a way to not filter this out?
Man, you're coming off super progressive, Mitch.
Bro, you can. This is the part that drove me the most insane. You can do preferences on Hinge for race. So it can be like, I never want to see a black person on
That
here. And
really
they're
you can
like,
do that?
No,
Yeah.
I don't. I think it doesn't. You can't exclude, but you can get certain ones that you want promoted.
Oh, so you can say I prefer whites.
Yeah, I don't think there's an option. I don't think there's a no blacks option that you can check. But I do think that you can be like, I want to date someone who's white, which, you know, one
It's
could argue
same.
is
Yeah.
a
But I'm like,
workaround for the
Okay,
same thing.
This is a
No,
this
but that's
is a,
way worse than why the fuck. I guess the part that annoyed me the most, I'm like, why are you matching me with people that I literally am not interested in? Like,
Well, no,
I'm a
I
straight
would argue
male.
that the trans individual that made that account signed up as a woman. Yeah, so they're gonna show up in your fucking timeline, bro, because they're not a bro. They believe they're a woman, yo. So
sometimes we match with a man or lady who was trans. Yeah, I'm in trance. Considering if I should do this man's a girl, a lady.
I mean, is she hot enough? I might give a kiss and touch. I might.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know I might. If she got the stuff, is she pre or is she pro stop, bruh?
Yeah, we've talked about this. If she got tits and we kiss, and then we're at the crib, and all of a sudden I see that dick.
Just don't tell my friends. Yo, I
Please
spent
don't.
all night with her. Yeah, you know me, and I might call her sister.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're gonna have a trans three-way. Yeah, she's a woman, so you know it's not gay.
It's not gay. It's not gay. I just wanna go and play. With Mitchell, here's what I'm saying. I was watching the second episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia season 1, and Mac, who is, you know, gay, is hitting on this girl at a bar, and she's hot. And then she goes back and tells people, and then they're like, "That's a dude." And that
Is
is
in the first season.
that's like the second episode. Here's what I'm saying.
That's the gay bar episode.
The person,
right?
no, I think that's episode 1. But
No, the episode 1 is D is dating a black guy.
this is turning into the It's Always Sunny podcast. No, but what I'm saying is, if you're at a bar and you start talking to a woman and you're like, man, this chick's hot, and then you're back at the crib, and then all of a sudden there's a dick there, what's really the big deal? You know what I'm saying? Like,
What? What? All right,
listen,
Dave,
this
continue.
isn't that gay. Listen to me. I'm attracted to a woman on the surface. I'm attracted to a woman, and then once we get down to it, there's a dick, and I'm like, fuck. Now we can't penetrate, but maybe we jerk each other off. You know, like how this is a woman with a dick in my head because I was sold woman at the beginning, so I'm not gay.
So you maybe just get some head or something.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a chick. You know, she's like a chick, and now you both have dicks. It's like,
We're digging the biggest hole I've ever I've ever seen us dig
No,
on this podcast.
I've gone on this take before on this podcast, like literally 3
Dave,
weeks ago.
I think you got to do some self-examination here, Dave.
I need to be tricked until the dick is then revealed, and then I'll go over the line. You can't open with dick.
It's funny
There's
to me that
no level of horny to me that would ever be like, all right, let's figure this out.
No, Mitchell, listen to me. Listen to me.
it's not even a matter of horniness.
Listen to me, Mitchell. The hottest woman you've ever seen, and your guys are at the bar, and she's super in. She's got big tits.
She loves your podcast.
Yeah, she thinks IAL is the greatest podcast in the world.
First red flag. Red flag right there.
I'm glad you went there. I'm glad you went there. All of the things are clicking, and she's like, "Let's go back to my place." And then you're at her place. You're making out. She's blowing you. You're loving it. And then all of a sudden, boom, you see it. You don't just figure it out at that point.
No, I would not.
I feel like I gotta sympathize with Mitch here. I do feel like if all of a sudden an actual human penis was introduced into the equation, my high school internalized homophobia would take over.
Here's really
That's where fight or flight kicks.
Here's what would really happen. Here's what would really happen. That person would never reveal their genitalia to you. You would just get head, or you guys would manage the situation in a way to where you never actually had to like have full on sex with them, so they get to be a part of the experience and fully experience it as a woman in your eyes, and then you would never even know. Have you ever gone home with a chick and she never really wants to do the whole thing, but then you might have banged?
I'm gonna be completely honest,
okay,
Dave.
please.
You lost me at a chick took me home. That was kind of where.
yeah, because you're a property owner now. You're like, shit. We got 3 bedrooms and an office.
Yeah, we should plan a trip down to Detroit and hang out with Mitch in his house. We have our own rooms in there apparently.
I mean, I feel like he needs to invite us. Are we just gonna invite ourselves?
No, dude.
Sure, dude.
We're welcome.
Okay, Mitch. Let's set a date. There's a Spirit flight.
It's got to be after April.
LA to Detroit. Yeah. We're in some financial struggles right now, but LA to Detroit maybe in March. No, May.
Yes, let's do that. I'm down.
Pick up bamfomania at the airport. Dude.
That'd be sick. Dude, I've actually never met Mitch in real life before. Although I think we were in the same place at the same time.
We've been in the same buildings multiple times.
He's taking photos of you.
You've met him like twice.
Yeah, Mitch and I have podcasted in person. We've done the whole. We've had sex with women.
Dave, I used to watch your videos after Orange Cat made them.
Oh yeah. Those were the days,
bro.
Dude.
You got a link with Orange Cat. I guess you're not in Grand Rapids anymore, but that dude could impart some wisdom to you.
Yeah, he really helped us make some videos when Alex was more on the making music side than the video side.
And yeah, he's like the only videographer I've met that I'm like, all right, I could work with this guy and trust that it's going to turn out well.
One of the big things with Andy was that he had so many videos that he was working on, so he would crank them out super fast. And I remember it would be a thing where we were like giving him too many notes. Like it was like, all right, come on guys, like enough with the fucking notes. Yo, and I get it. I don't want some fucking bitches being like, could you please turn down the fucking B's and the C's? Could you maybe add some more contrast and some saturation? Yeah, I'm going across the nation.
Yo, could you make this shot like slightly smoother? Get that warp stabilizer on that shit, yo, put it nicer. I don't mean to be rude, but yo, could you cut this shot, dude? I don't like it, I don't like how it flows. Yo, you know me, I already know. I've been editing videos, so since I had clothes.
Hey Andy, this video is dandy, but could you please make me not look like a fatty?
Ooh.
Could you also make my face look nice?
Yes.
Could you please make it look like I don't have lice?
Yo, that's possible. You just gotta get that focus, bro. You gotta get a filter, make your skin silky smooth. That's just how I do. Yo, don't mean to be rude. Yo, I had a chick one time that had me apply a skin smoothing effect to her video, and it just made the export time so much longer. Yeah. It was fucking
So how about you just put on makeup?
How about you just, gain the self-confidence and security where this doesn't bother you.
Yeah.
Because this isn't going away,
The first few times that we made a video, I remember coming to grips with my appearance, and there was a point where I was like, "Fuck, dude, I look like shit. This sucks." And then after the third video, I was like, "All right, this is what you look like. Just fuck it, let's go."
Yeah, no, it's a thing. But I feel like it's kind of like how everyone hates the sound of their own voice. Everyone hates how they look as well. But, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I came up with that.
There's fuck. I was trying to do something about
Suck a dick, Mitch. What? Say something.
Something.
God.
Fuck
damn.
Sorry,
dude.
dude. I'm thinking about Kanye, dude.
Oh yeah. So Kanye. Just a recap for people who have been living under a rock. Went DEFCON 5 on the Jews.
But-
No, DEFCON 3.
And he also have you seen how he recently apologized to black people, to all black people?
Did he apologize to all black?
I mean, it wasn't like a press conference, but he's like, this dude is just walking around outside like a normal person and being approached by people with like cell phones and filming him. So obviously he just wants to start shit, but like in front of some business in the street wearing his Carhartt and his dumb hat, like they're filming him and they're asking him questions, and he at some point says, I apologize to black people for how my comments, you know, affected them. Something along those lines. So he's backtracking.
He's backtracking in a very condescending way. I don't think he's really
Condescending way.
Yeah, there you go. I don't think he's actually reeling back anything. That
Mitch,
he's
can you
saying.
stop chopping onions right now, please?
I'm not chopping onions. What are you talking about?
That was
dude?
supposed to be funny. Like you're
Oh.
making noise in the manner of
Oh,
which a
sorry.
person chopping onions would be making.
But my favorite part about the Kanye tweet was like, one, he didn't even say DEFCON right, and also DEFCON 3 is the middle. Like 1 is low, I think 5 is high, and so saying I'm going DEFCON 3 is like.
Well, he invented
Not
his own
even-
scale. On DEFCON, 3 is the highest.
And then, dude, I also love that people were acting like Kanye's going to be responsible for, like, Crystal Knot. I think I said that wrong. You know, the night where they went and broke all the Jewish businesses. Like a...
No, what is that?
It's like a hate crime.
It's like Kristal.
And it's like an
NCT.
event?
It was an event in the 30s in Germany where, like, they went and pretty much destroyed all the Jewish businesses and, like, looted them. And people were acting like a manic celebrity who sells sneakers is going to, like, cause an uprising, you know? Like, I mean, I
Nah.
don't even think Kanye's, like, educated enough to be an anti-Semite.
Hey, he has an
Like, that would
honorary
involve-
PhD, dude.
Well, no, he thinks that he's Jewish, so there's like, in his brain, he's not being anti-Semitic.
Right, because the Jews, blacks are the original Jews.
Right, that's what's going on in his head.
No, I think the biggest thing I learned, I was like, conspiracy theories are definitely a part of white culture, you know?
What do you mean?
Leave making up conspiracies to the whiteys. You know,
Because I would argue, yo, I've heard some pretty wild conspiracies from my black friends. Yo, you gotta be pleased when you hear them talking about the galaxies and how they're not interesting or existing.
Yo, me and a whitey in the Illuminati. Me and a hottie getting naughty. Talking about conspiracies.
Yo, flat earth, the moon is hollow. That's just how it is. Yo, I'm hanging out with a dude shooting a music video, and he's telling me about how the video of JFK was fake, and that guy's still alive out there today.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I don't know. Okay. And next thing you know, I'm thinking he's crazy.
Yeah, the pyramids were made by aliens. I heard that when I was barely 10. But it turns out they were Egyptians. Yeah, I've been.
I just think that there's, there's crazy people on. White people's conspiracies are always more disturbing.
They're more in depth.
What
Yeah.
do you mean? Clarify.
I'm not saying they're more complex. I'm saying that it's
like, keep going.
it is a white man's thing to be like, the government is completely calculated and has planned every step of this, and it goes even deeper than that. It's like,
I don't know. There's like a whole stereotype for black guys. They call them Hotep dudes.
Oh,
that
dude,
like that's
I'm
like
so glad that Kanye's bringing black Israelite hoteps into the mainstream.
right. No,
Although dude, he's not even saying shit that they say. He's like made his own strain of it. Like he's not even saying like Louis Farrakhan shit. Kanye's like made up his own version of it.
he probably thinks he's more important than Farrakhan.
and you know what? I'm pretty sure that one of the things that Kanye thinks that the Black Hebrew Israelites think is something that comes to like it's something similar to what the Nation of Islam has, which is that the white man was manufactured by a Jewish
By
scientist.
Yaqub.
Yeah. And that so that is a
No,
pretty
he's not Jewish. He's like a black guy with a ginormous head.
yeah,
yeah.
he's got a big brain.
well, he was a black Jew, right? Yaqub is a Jewish name.
Yeah, I think that there is
I
some
believe so, yeah.
Israelite shit in there.
No, yeah,
for sure.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and the white devil was manufactured over centuries on an island.
It's so like absurd, but it's also, you know, a talking snake in the Garden of Eden is just as crazy, if not crazier,
Right.
than some ancient black mad scientist inventing the white race.
Oh, he's hit the streets.
Yeah,
again.
dude, I think Mitch is huffing right now. I'm hearing it. I'm not seeing it though.
What's Duster?
It's just the
My
stuff.
computer.
I've got some in my room right now.
Oh, he was. So Aaron Carter was like huffing that shit.
Yes, it's
yeah, and
insane.
he was like really addicted to it for like
What?
years.
I don't
think.
understand. Like you can afford cocaine and heroin. Like just get that shit.
Well, I
Duster-
don't think he could.
I'm pretty sure that Duster is like its own beast. There are some people who prefer Duster. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I've heard some stories of like that is like the drug of choice. It can easily become that just because I don't know, ease of access.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Well, yeah, you can buy it 24 hours.
Right, like
a
if you can
day.
just, it's the same way how like alcohol gets abused because of how easily accessible it is.
Oh, and dude, one of the things about Aaron Carter was like literally 2 days ago, he took a photo with a fan in like the computer section of like a store at like 10:30 at night.
Right, and he said in the video, I'm just searching for a new keyboard, and no, it was because he was there buying Duster. And up until his death, he was claiming to be sober. He was just lying to everyone blatantly. He's
About
like,
being sober?
Yes, he was like he fancied himself like an advocate for sobriety that had
And he was
pushed
also
past
like
his hard times.
That's
he's
crazy.
also like I smoke weed and I'm prescribed Xanax, and it's like
So you're not sober. Well, you know,
No.
there's the California sober thing where it's
Yeah.
like,
Well, that's what he said, but I'm like, I don't think being prescribed Xanax is sober in any definition.
I'm pretty sure there isn't a psychiatrist in this world prescribing regular Xanax use. Like every person prescribing Xanax at this point is doing it in a like, all right, here's these if you need them in like a panic situation.
Yeah, I've heard that it's become a last minute diagnosis.
No, yeah, it's literally like, okay, here's like 7 Xanax for when you have a panic attack or something like
Right.
that. It's not something that you take regularly to manage anxiety because that's not an effective way. Yo, I've taken Xans, and let me tell you, my fucking mans, it's something that catches up with you. It might take maybe a week or two, but
I've taken some Xans, and let's just say, damn, it affected my plans that day. Sam hit me up and was like, I got some bars. And so I took some and didn't get far. I lost my cell phone. I left it at Jimmy Jones. Next thing you know, the next morning I'm alone and I can't remember anything that happened the day before. I can't even remember having a good time, and I felt sore.
Yup. All the anxiety I didn't have for 3 days is back and it's bad. I'm having it all right now. It's stacked up and it feels like I need a plow.
It only takes a few bad experiences with Xanax to realize that you don't need it. And for me, it was just the one, and I was like, yo, I think I'm done, son.
Not fine.
Having to get a new cell phone sucks.
I think you went back and found yours, didn't you?
No, I found my wallet.
Oh.
Luckily.
Did you lose your shit, dude?
Oh yeah, I don't remember anything that happened.
I think-
The
Was
next
this
morning.
recently?
No, this was like 4
Oh.
years ago almost.
Dude, yeah, I never understood why people like Zans because every time I did it, I just forgot. It was like blacking out, dude, and I hate
Well,
blacking
if
out.
you take too much, yeah, definitely. But I'm pretty sure the Zans that were in my life were made in a basement in Michigan or something, and I would take like
the pressed,
Dude, and now they
Zans.
all have like fentanyl in them.
Yeah.
There's no reason to be doing that kind of shit anymore.
But there comes a point where you're taking them regularly and you're dosing yourself, every couple of hours, and you do not give a fuck. You feel like you're the
Also, you forget how many you take. To my understanding,
that's true. You forget how many you take, and you also start to like be very rude to the people in your life. It's like because you don't give a shit. You literally have like there's a level of anxiety that you need to be cordial. so
Yeah,
that,
no,
you don't
absolutely.
hurt others.
It's
Yeah,
like taking too many Zans is like being autistic. Just completely erases the filter.
100%. No, and an experience I had previous to the shitty losing phone and wallet thing. I had taken Xanax and then dropped acid and then forgot that I had dropped the acid. And then all of a sudden I'm tripping acid and I don't know what the hell, like, why am I tripping acid right now? And I had to come to the conclusion that I must have taken acid while on Xanax. It was bonkers.
that's probably a great thing to do while tripping, though, is have a Xanax to calm the nerves.
That's definitely helps. But I mean, then the next day you don't remember the trip or anything. So it's like,
so they kind of
what's the
ruin
point?
it.
Yeah.
Ruins the whole. Well, maybe you. I think it's all about properly dosing. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake said in the song, I took half a Xan.
And he remarks on how that's the proper dose and that he did it, he measured it based on experience.
He actually says that it had him out like a light, so actually that might be too much.
Yeah, no.
I need to take a quarter of a Xan.
Well, if he's mixing it with liquor, then that would be a problem.
Yeah, there's a song on YouTube that you can look up called "Fucked Up Hybrid" on our YouTube channel, which is based on the origin of me waking up in my car, like parked in front of our house, and I was just
That's a good ass video too. That's a classic.
yeah, that video fucking rules. I literally had just been partying and I had taken Xanax and I was drinking also, and the next morning I woke up and I had just parked in the parking lot behind my house, and I was like, oh shit.
I think I've woken up in my car before. Yeah, there was one time I got really drunk. I woke up in my car, and
That's
I also
crazy.
had puke on myself.
Ugh.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is I didn't drive. I was at a party, and I was like, I'm gonna go chill in my car for a second.
And then you just woke up in the
And
car.
then the next, it was like 4 a.m. Party's over. I wake up in my car. I've got puke on me.
Mitch, you're serving us as a white noise machine at this point.
Oh shit! I'll go. Dude, did you guys see that story about an NBA player who fell asleep in his car, and someone took a photo of him, and he had a bag of Doritos in his lap and a fucking blicky on his lap,
Whoa.
like a Stengo mag.
The gun and the Doritos.
Yeah, and his hand was like in his pants. There's like an empty bag of like nacho cheese Doritos and
Man.
a fucking Glock.
That's a lifestyle right there.
Yeah, I mean,
It could happen anytime. I could be just minding my own business, just eating some Doritos in my Lexus. I gotta keep the strap on me if I exist.
I ain't sexist. Pull up in the Lexus. Yeah, you know me. Ask me what's next, bitch. I might pull out the fucking 44, and aim it at a whore with the door.
Knock on my window while I'm smoking the Indo, and I'm eating some motherfucking Doritos, nacho cheese, if you please. Yo, get on your knees. I got the Glock in your mouth, and I'm about to make you pee.
Yo, don't ranch, don't hate on my cool stance while I'm chewing on the Cool Ranch Doritos with my fucking Glock. Yup, I had my hands gripping on my cock.
Was it regular nacho cheese or
No.
spicy? I wanna know, would you do this nightly? Don't walk up to me while I'm eating the cheesy, it's Dorizy.
Let me shout out the fucking beats really quick because we've been going for a minute. Notorious by Slam Beat. November by Balance Cooper. Number 7, Misanthropo by Harold Beats. Underground by High Frequency. Direct Deposit by Broke Boy. King Kudo by Louie. Old Money by Ty Beats. Vision by Reese Beats, Cold by Ocel Beats, Blood In and Blood Out by Anabolic Beats. And we got just a few more. Mitch, when's the last time you went to Dave & Buster's?
I don't think I've ever been to Dave & Buster's.
Well, I don't think you're missing out on too much, but it's something weird about Dave & Buster's. I'm bringing this up because I was there today for my girlfriend's kid's 8th birthday.
Why did you take a child to Dave & Buster's?
Well, listen, there's
what the fuck?
It's a place where kids are. Like it's a place.
Wait, I thought Dave & Buster's was like sold as like for adults.
So there's a bar and there's like it's like a sports bar, but then all the games are like catering to, you know, kids and teenagers. Like it's not exclusively for adults. People go there with their kids, but I'm glad you bring this up because, bro, there are just grown ass men drinking and running around, and then there's kids running around. And if I was a pedophile, I would post up at the Dave & Buster's daily because you could have snagged up my girl's kid in a heartbeat at this place, dude. It was fucking insane.
So this is your advice to pedophiles everywhere.
Pull up at the Dave & Buster's because there are plenty of parents not really being careful.
It's funny because that is like the running joke that pedophiles would hang out at like a Chuck E. Cheese or something like that.
No, fuck Chuck E. Cheese because Chuck E. Cheese is meant for kids. However, Dave & Buster's, there's no alcohol at Chuck E. Cheese. You can't go to Chuck E. Cheese and pick up a fucking double shot of tequila and a Blue Moon. Like there are people walking around the arcade drinking fucking 16 ounces, and then there's a kid next to them playing fucking Walking Dead, and just fucking grab this kid and let's go home. This is my son now.
So you would raise him and give him a good home? There wouldn't be any pedophilic intent?
One of the funny things was that because I went to this thing because my girlfriend was like, oh, you know, you're in his life, you should be there. And also my ex is bringing his girlfriend, so we have to be cooler than them. And I mean, she didn't say it like that, but in my head I was like, we got to be cooler.
That's
than
definitely what's happening.
So then I pulled up and I met the ex, and the ex, oh no, sorry.
Wait, whose ex was this?
My girlfriend's ex, the baby daddy, is dating a new woman who looks like my girlfriend. So the ex got.
Dude, I love people who date a very, very, very specific.
Oh
type.
yeah, he's got a
It's
type.
like they just date clones.
And what's funny is that I've dated women that like my current girlfriend looks like my college girlfriend, and there's been some overlaps. But it's just one of those things that as a person's ex person, you can be like, oh, I still have a little bit of control over them because I know that they're looking for me in every new partner that they get. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not you necessarily.
That brings you comfort.
Yeah,
knowing that.
it gives you a little bit of power. You're like, oh, she wants dudes like this, or guy or girls or whatever. You know,
you're a sociopath, bro.
I think I'm just maybe overanalyzing.
Did you do any gaming when you were a kid?
Yeah. So, well, the way that these events work is that all the kids get an unlimited card, and one of the kids didn't pull up, so I had one of the cards.
No way.
Yo, so I was fucking shooting zombies, and it was fucking sick. Yeah, I had the blick, and I was fucking lit. And I didn't drink because in my head I had to think, oh, what if these fucking people think,
yo, I'm playing House of the Dead, and I got a fucking blue moon in my head. Yeah, ooh, next I'm gonna play that game that gives you all the tickets, the coins, and it pushes them, that one?
Yup, I'm getting drunk and blowing skunk, and all these kids, they just want to play and run. I'm like, all right, you go and have some fun while I'm sitting here like I'm laying in the sun, son.
Yo, Dave & Buster's. Yo, I don't know if I could muster the courage to go there. I don't know if I would ever show my face there. I don't know if I would care. Let's start a race where
it'd be sick if I had a friend named Buster and it was a chick, and then me and her could pull up to the Dave & Buster and be like, look, it's
I was
Dave
gonna
and Buster.
say, like, if you know, like, you could have a podcast of your own in the future that's called Dave and Buster's, and you know, it's just you and whoever you have on,
and they're the busters,
and you're busting their chops or they're busting your chops, and it's just a chop busting fest.
I could see myself if I was like just a bad parent, you know, going to the Dave & Buster's with a kid and being like, all right, here's a card with unlimited games on it, and then posting up at the bar and just getting lit, and then just letting the kid run around.
I assume that's a regular thing that happens.
But that's insane. Isn't that insane? Look, what was crazy is that I thought, oh, the kid is going to run around and I'll be able to locate them easily. Once the kids start running around, you cannot fucking locate them quickly. And if they're gone for more than 5 minutes, you're like, all right, shit, this kid could be in fucking San Diego by now.
I got to get this battery pack for this phone or it's going to die.
Mitch,
Keep talking.
what are you drinking, dude? You're burping like a
I'm
fucking
drinking
animal.
Miller Lite, dude.
All right, that's why you're burping like crazy. I was drinking Miller High Life.
I can't do it. Too many calories in the Miller High Life, dude.
Well, you know what is crazy is that I had bought 40s. It was 40s. And
Oh, dude, I fucking love that. Was like my go. That was like my branding in college.
I mean, it's just bro. I bought like 4 Miller High Life 40s because we were having a party, and it was like $12 for 4 40s. I was like, we could get a village drunk.
Don't they also sell like a giant shoe that you can drink out of at Dave & Buster's? I'm pretty sure there's a big glass shoe.
Damn.
And it's like a yard of beer, like they do at the Yard House or whatever.
No, I didn't notice that, but maybe I wasn't. It was like the party was at 11:30 a.m., so I was like not really ready to be not ready to be drinking. And also, there's all these other. This isn't like West LA's and all these other like preppy parents who are like woke LA people are there, and it's completely awful if your child picks friends that have parents that you don't like. Like that is, I mean, thankfully this is the first time I've had.
I think that is what usually happens. That I remember there's like an old Louis C.K. bit about how kids pick their friends, and it's literally just you're adjacent to me, so we're friends. They have nothing in common. They don't necessarily share interests. It's like,
right.
we're both the same age and we're next to each other, and then you're just required to hang out with that kid's parents now. I think that's totally a vibe.
There was this mom that wouldn't let her kid drink Sprite. Like the kid was like, "Mom, can I have Sprite?" And she was like, "No." A lot of sugar. She was like, "Drink water," and there was no water. Like they had brought only soda to the table, so like this kid had to sit there while everybody else was like getting turned on sugar and carbs.
It's bullshit though. It's a party. You should let your kid drink some Sprite.
What's bullshit is that you brought all these kids to this party, but now you have to stay. Like, I feel like you could have just dropped off the kids at the Dave & Buster's.
I wouldn't be surprised if some parents did that. Did every parent?
No, bro.
Every parent did?
Every single parent stuck around, and it was real profound. The way we all just were astounded at the environment not really being safe. Like, this is LA. They might take you great.
Now that I think about it, it would be pretty crazy to leave your kids unattended. I don't know why I did say that shit earlier, yo. But whatever. I think that staying with your kids is clever.
Yo, I don't fucking trust anybody, even if they have a fund to trust. Yeah, I won't ever bust. It's a must for me to always thrust.
You'll never bust, but you were at the place of Dave's where they buster and they make it great. And I'm pretty sure that place is run by slaves. It's slave labor. You should cancel them today.
I don't want to be employed at a place where kids can play with toys. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. The whole time I was there, I was like, these employees are all thinking about unaliving themselves every moment, because there's kids coming up to them being like, how does this thing over here work? And
I
then,
put the thing in here and it did this and now I don't know what it's doing.
And dad's in the back just fucking crushing Miller Lite, and like, it's a shit show. It's the worst business of all time, and the people who created it just like are setting these kids up for failure. They're catering this environment for families to be broken.
Even when I was a child, arcades weren't like my thing. I was never like allowed to be in them.
I loved arcades.
Well, I loved them too, but they were my parents would never take me to an arcade because it's just you could spend like fucking $45 at an arcade and you've played a video game for maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, and it's a kid's casino, dude. It is it's overstimulating. The children don't really know how to, like, they don't have impulse control. We're adults and we don't have impulse control. Like, these dudes are fucking 8. You know what I'm saying?
And I remember being a child understanding why my parents wouldn't take me there, because other kids'
Really? I
parents
had
would take me to
multiple
arcades, and I would be
birthdays
like,
at
I would have a
arcades.
good time, like it was a friend's birthday party or whatever, and I would be enjoying myself. This is awesome. I love arcades, but I can totally understand why my parents would never take me here. It's like $1 per play. That is crazy,
Right, it's-
and you die within a minute.
It's
and then
Sodom
you got to
and-
put in
Maybe-
another
maybe if
dollar.
you're fucking ass, dude. I was going hard as fuck on Time Crisis. Dude.
Yeah, I can't imagine how much money you wasted on that shit. You're defending arcades right
Right,
now.
and
All
look,
right,
now-
let's
and-
hear
and
it.
now
Let's
you-
hear it.
Arcades were fun as fuck, dude. I had multiple birthdays at arcades.
All right. Well,
Like Papa Golf.
Mitch's
courses.
parents were a little more well off than mine.
Look,
were.
and now he owns property. It worked out.
God damn it, man!
He-
I'm sick of you having everything handed to you in life, Mitch.
Okay, he's not gonna come back with you at you. At
I'm
that.
not. No comment, dude.
Okay, that's a unfunny way to go about it. Well, here's the thing. Can you give us the address of your $50,000 home so that the fans
It's
can come?
not 50,000.
Okay.
Fuck you. 50,000, dude, is where. Okay, so the thing about like looking at houses in Detroit, dude. Initially, I was looking at only like $50,000 houses. My realtor kind of laughed at me, and he's like, "You can find them, but you're like." Literally, dude, like you're gonna get fucking robbed.
They're not livable.
essentially.
Yeah, they're not livable.
Or no, well, they're livable in the sense that you have 4 walls, electricity, and heat. But like, dude, my realtor told me he had a former client who moved into like a bad neighborhood, and he like kind of told him not to, but he did anyway. He had 4 different Dodge Chargers stolen.
That's insane,
This
dude.
dude loves Dodge Chargers. One gets stolen,
Yeah.
he buys
Also,
another
bro,
one.
dude,
Insurance
in
keeps
fu-
paying for it.
Insurance, but dude, also in Detroit, Dodge Chargers are like the go-to like hot boy,
Oh.
dope boy.
Yeah,
cars.
I remember
So this
this-
guy was also kind of basic. That kept getting his basic ass.
Well, I mean,
fancy car
he's
stolen.
Mitch's friend. What do you expect?
This is
Nah,
not
I'm
my
just kidding.
friend. Fuck you, Dave. This is
The realtor's client. I get it. Yeah, yeah.
but the realtor, dude, he let me pick a few houses in like bad neighborhoods, and like, dude, there were multiple houses where I was like literally a little bit afraid to live there, to be completely honest.
Dude, you
Like,
should watch Barbarian
Yeah.
tonight.
You should
bro.
watch Barbarian immediately, dude. It's literally about these people who they end up in a house in Detroit, and it's in a bad area.
No spoilers, bro.
And that's it.
Is this a documentary or like a
No,
Oh, that'd be awesome.
it's definitely it's intense. It's not a documentary, but I was at the edge of my seat the whole time. Before the podcast, we were talking about it, and I was just like, "This is the best horror movie I've seen this year." It reminds me of this other horror movie that was the best movie I had seen that year. It's definitely, and the fact that it's based in Detroit, it kind of has that Michigan flavor
unique-
for you. Yeah, exactly.
And it's got Justin Long in it, who
Yep.
I don't know
Oh,
if you
sweet.
like Justin Long. I like
love
Justin. Yeah, Justin Long
Dude,
is cool.
fucking Accepted is unironically one of my favorite
Yes,
movies
that
of
was
all
like
time.
because it was rated PG-13. It was a movie that I was allowed to see as a youngin that was actually kind of inappropriate in its comedy, and it was really only PG-13 because they didn't say fuck twice. They said
Let
it
me see
once.
your wiener.
And remember how the legend Lewis Black was
Bro,
like the
Pimps
advisor
and
or
whores.
something.
Pimps and whores.
Yeah, it was such a fucking good movie. Although it's been a while since I've seen it. Maybe it doesn't hold up.
No,
but-
dude, that movie honestly was like one of the pivotal inspirations for Empure. To be completely
Really?
honest, yeah.
I mean,
that
I-
movie really inspired me.
that's cool because I would definitely say it sort of shaped. It was one of the only teen comedies that was accessible to me at the time. So I wouldn't say that it didn't shape my comedy either. So yeah, I don't know. It's
Like,
it's an
dude,
interesting film.
The fucking scene where they go into the old school and that shit falls and Jonah Hill screams like a girl. Dude, that is literally will never not make me laugh.
I haven't seen that movie in probably 10 years. So it's funny because I probably watched it at least 10 times when I was into it, but it's been forever since I've seen it.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'd be able to recall. The only scene I can really recall is there's one where where Justin Long's character is standing still and the entire student body is like in fast motion moving around him, and it's one of those cool little artistic shots where the guy is
Yeah, where
standing
he's
still,
at
but-
like the college
Yeah.
that he doesn't want to go to.
and
or
Let the
whatever.
Drummer Kick by Citizen Cope is playing.
Yup.
The last two beats were Flutes by Osaya and Control by Kyoto. That's it.
Hell yeah.
That's fucking.
But dude, one thing about this neighborhood, last night, dude, I heard at least 9 gunshots,
Yep.
2 different sessions. Like, dude, people really do just fucking desk pop here, like for seemingly no reason.
I mean, what are you gonna do? It is what
Nothing.
it is.
I mean,
You get
as
a-
long-
you-
hopefully
you-
not close to you.
Listen, get a Ring doorbell.
Yep, that helps.
Get a couple cams, one for each door, and then you get an internal camera and you get one on the side.
You know what you do is on move-in day, you check out the neighborhood.
He's
you find the biggest, meanest looking guy, and then you have to fucking beat that dude down mercilessly without provocation.
To all the neighbors. Yeah, just
Yeah.
assault your neighbor on the first day.
That'll show him that you ain't no bitch.
Did you sell your Dodge Charger to get the down payment for the house?
No.
You're still stuck with that hunk of shit.
Oh, but dude,
huh?
I got a free $5,000 from the bank for the house.
Oh, like a grant?
Yep.
They were like, nobody wants this house. We'll help you buy it.
Well, no, it's because the banks crashed the economy in 2008, and Detroit got hit real. Dude, like Detroit literally has less than like I think it's about like 700,000 people in the city, and like all those bad mortgages and shit. Like Detroit had filled back up, and all those bad mortgages they sold just emptied the city. And so like there'd be a neighborhood, like 2007 that was like completely filled. 2008 happens. There's like 2 houses on the block with people in it. So obviously your house value plummets because you don't have any fucking neighbors,
Yeah.
right? And all the houses. So the government made all the banks like set aside money to get people back in these houses. And the neighborhood I moved in just happened to be in it. So I got a free $5,000 from the bank.
That's
Wow.
pretty nice. That'll ease the mortgage payments, I assume.
Right, he got
in the long term.
Did you beat the inflation rates, Mitch? Like, did you get locked in at 2 or 3, or is it fucking?
Oh, fuck no,
7%?
dude. I got 5.85.
So you got fucked.
I know, dude. It's like over 7 now.
That's crazy.
Dude, and like, I know
Fuck.
someone who bought a house last year and they pay, or like 2 years ago, they pay 3%, dude. And like, I got it locked in. And like, as soon as I locked it in, it went up. And it's just going up, dude. It's fucking insane.
Well, here's the thing: we don't really know much about that because, based on our current trajectory in life, we will never own property.
at least not in California.
God
dude.
willing, this podcast will pop off, and I'm sure having you as a guest is going to help with that. So
I don't know. You just get your credit back in the green, save up maybe like 10 grand. You could get a house in California.
in California,
Dude, holy shit. Aaron Carter's super hot ex-girlfriend, who is the real estate agent, is literally just posting photos of Aaron Carter and her.
Are you on Instagram right now checking that out?
Yeah.
that's how little he
Oh,
gives a
yeah.
shit about this podcast.
Nah,
No,
man. He's creating content right now.
Victoria was the hottest girl Aaron ever fucked. She's so hot, dude.
I think I checked in when he was dating that other like Instagram clout chaser chick. I can't remember her name, but she was on one of the Adam 22 interviews with him.
Oh, the one who dated like Lil Wayne and Soulja Boy and shit.
Yeah.
She was completely using him for clout.
Oh, it was There you could tell that there was like no actual connection there while they were in the interview. There was there was a point where you almost felt like she was like vibing with Adam 22 and way more than she was with Aaron. They were like flirting with each other.
She should be on Plug Talk.
I wouldn't be surprised if she's already been multiple times. I think she's like kind of like one of those sort of stereotypical clout whores.
Holy shit! I have to text you guys something that Aaron's girlfriend posted.
No.
Okay,
well, I could pull it up.
Should we
Let's-
transition to doing this on non-pod?
Well, I don't know. This is the wind down, and we are talking about Aaron Carter. I could pull this up, and maybe that's what we end on. Is
All
whatever
right.
whatever you're
No,
about.
I'm texting it to you guys right now because this is the most insane.
Is it
thing
on
I've
her
ever-
Instagram right now?
Victoria's, yeah.
Okay, I'm looking up Victoria.
He just texted it to you.
Okay, I haven't received it yet, unfortunately.
Whoa! Oh my God, we can't read this. Bridge. Oh my God, dude, this is.
Dude, isn't that horrible?
For the listeners, this is a picture of this woman. If you want to check out her Instagram, Victoria underscore.
Let's not dox this chick. Regardless
she
of her.
has 21,000 followers, Alex, and she's public.
Okay,
This
whatever.
is not-
I won't give out the
No,
full
okay, yeah,
IG.
I guess you're right. It's fine. No,
Okay.
I jumped the gun on that, but I don't want to get in the habit of just giving out people's usernames.
Victoria
willy-nilly.
underscore Alexiva, and she's at a
Well,
place.
I at least follow her because she's hot as fuck. dude.
Right. She does have an on the surface hot physical appearance, and then
Oh, she's got like the perfect body. dude. I think
basically
she's so
the
hot.
the caption of this is these are the rocks he didn't want me to kill myself on.
Self-delete, Dave.
Yeah, this is pretty bad, and we have made a couple comments about unaliving ourselves on this podcast.
This is an interesting post because to me this doesn't necessarily. I mean, it rings like a compassionate tribute. Honestly, like it's
Really?
like, yeah, it's like this. Aaron,
Why does she even have all those videos, dude?
I guess is it a video? I thought it was a photo.
No, I mean, dude, she uploaded she's uploaded like 28 posts about Aaron to her story.
Oh, just today?
3, 4, 5, 6 in the last 2 hours, dude.
Oh my god.
1, 2, 3.
What was that? What was that username again there, Dave?
Victoria with a K
She
underscore
uploaded 27 posts of Aaron
underscore
Carter in the last 2 hours.
ALEXEVA.
Found it. All right, we're checking out her live. Whoa, all right, here we go. It's her and Aaron on a bike and a message about addiction. So she's, this is a compassionate take. It's another post of Aaron with his dogs, another compassionate take, and she's talking about people around him enabling him.
The text of her to the manager is pretty wild. I mean,
It almost
I think
seems
that gives her some
it
credit.
seems like she was like still in love with him based on these posts. Like there's a ton of kind of romantic photos and sentimental things going on here.
I mean, this is the clout chaser, right?
No, this is not the clout chaser. This is the real estate agent.
She was kind of a clout chaser.
Oh, she was.
though,
Well,
but-
maybe she was. Well, the one I'm talking about was
But she's not
objectively,
she's nowhere near as bad as
obviously.
that one.
Yeah, like
That
it was
one
kind of
was
her brand was
completely-
that she was a clout chaser. This other chick. Okay, yeah, and then we have a manager, Aaron Carter's manager, telling her that she's gonna kill him one day.
No, she's texting the manager. That.
Oh, she texts the manager that
Yeah.
he. Okay, well, I didn't even know Aaron had a manager. Oh, we got a video. I'm not gonna have that going.
Dude, holy shit. Aaron Carter's girlfriend is also trending on Twitter in the For Me section right now. There's 10,000 quotes that just say Melanie.
I'm looking it up.
Oh, we got a motherfucking update. She breaks the silence.
Who does?
on
Melanie
Aaron-
Martin?
Melanie Martin.
What does she say? Drop
Hit
us in.
Come on.
I'm trying to pull it up. It's
We're all
got
scrolling
these fucking
Instagram
ads.
and Twitter at this point.
I'm on Twitter right now, but this is not the same Melanie Martin. God damn it.
Mitch, please read.
She was not there in Orange County. All that she. Wait, what?
This sucks.
No, dude, it's one of those articles that's actually not an article. It's a video. Oh wait, no. The model shares 11-month son Prince with the late musician. Shared her thoughts. We are still in the process of accepting this unfortunate reality. Your thoughts and prayers are greatly appreciated. She posted a 2-second video on TikTok in which she's crying hysterically behind the wheel of a car.
What?
While she didn't caption the video, fans were quick to offer their condolences.
I feel like it's interesting also when a person dies from an overdose to then like blame
And Aaron literally broke up with her, dude, literally 2 days ago.
Whoa. That's
I mean,
crazy.
they've broken up and gone back together like six times.
Of times. No, hundreds of times, dude.
So it's not necessarily out of the ordinary. In fact, I was kind of like thinking, oh, they'll be back together in a week or whatever.
It's just interesting that when somebody dies from an overdose, then immediately the conversation shifts over to how bad addiction is, how terrible like the illness of addiction is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
it's an empathetic way.
It makes sense why that's because it's. If someone, because otherwise you're talking about like it was dumb that he died from drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to pick an empathetic route to talk about it for sure.
But when they're alive, you don't empathize with them as viewing addiction as an illness. You view it as this person's making bad choices.
You're right.
And then they die, and you're like,
some people do, some people don't. But yeah, for the most part, I agree that.
Dude, honestly, Aaron Carter's neighbors are probably so relieved. They're probably the only. Like, dude, Aaron has literally ruined their neighborhood single-handedly.
Right, the property value is shooting up to the point.
Just people coming and swatting him constantly from trolls.
Yeah, and dude, fucking that No One YouTube account, Alex, was literally like in cahoots with multiple of his neighbors. They would like submit information to her. And dude, she said she's deleting her whole channel. And she's got like 2 million views on it.
Well, I mean, her
like
main source of content just went RIP, so I don't like what else is she gonna do?
I mean, why delete the
I
channel?
never
Just
even
leave it up.
I always thought her content kind of sucked anyway. It would like
I hated her.
I never liked any commentary channels on Aaron Carter. I just liked watching him live myself and being like, yeah, this is cool. Commentary on that shit is disturbing to me. Like this is just another guy doing his thing. It's not like you're giving your review of a movie or something. This is a more level of obsession. It's almost like you're stalking this person. If your whole channel is dedicated to making videos about someone and doing that kind of bullshit. So I don't know, that kind of shit I never really vibed with.
I mean, she was also batshit insane where she's like, I have a good job, I have health care, I have multiple properties. I'm like, then why the fuck are you dedicating hours of your life to document Aaron Carter?
Maybe
like,
she's
Jesus.
bored. She's got her life is already set, so maybe she's like retired and she's like, all right, I'm just gonna focus on Aaron Carter now.
Her sobbing on TikTok is fucking weird.
Yo, that is a weird video.
Melanie Martin is completely retarded.
Oh yeah,
like one of the worst women of all time.
Total wet brain.
I just don't understand how you film yourself being sad on camera and then post it. And then, like, you're viewing yourself sad, but you're not sad anymore, or you're not.
I mean, dude, she's gonna be selling pussy pics in a week. So, like,
Christ,
honest to God, dude, like, there's no way Melanie doesn't just do own.
I mean, she's already doing that, so I mean, it's kind of.
I mean, she's gonna have like Aaron's urn.
She's gonna run a sale. She's gonna run a 2 for $3.
I do predict some kind of capitalization on his death on her part. I think
absolutely.
You've got something going there for you, Mitch. I think that's something that's for sure gonna happen. It's just a matter of how it's gonna happen. I mean, she already has the son. To me, it seems like that son should get taken away.
Is there any fucking money that Aaron Carter has left for her unless he has life insurance?
There's no way she's included in any wills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
no, but she's the baby mama.
No, but they're on again, off again. If anything,
no, but if she's the baby mama, she's next up. You know what I'm saying? Like if the house gets sold, that's her.
The house, maybe.
No,
I don't think that's how that shit works.
No, because they have no legal connection at all.
They're legally connected through the child.
Yeah, but
she has to go through the child. And like, do you really think Aaron Carter had a will made up?
Yeah, no, and wills matter.
Usually, like people with some type of celebrity have business managers and accountants, CPAs that handle their shit, and usually those people have wills.
But you seem to have a fundamental misunderstanding of his relationship with this woman. They were like very tumultuous. I don't think that there would be a world where he ever wrote her into the will.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if she bore his child, now the child is inheriting the assets, and she will be in charge of them until he's 18.
Personally, I think how it works is those assets will be inaccessible until he's 18. If they're all going to him, if that is the situation. Because I don't think, because they're not married. Him and this chick aren't married. She's just the mother of his biological offspring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there aren't very many legal bindings that would give her access to any of his money. Arguably, his parents and siblings have more of a legal right to it. But if there's no will and there's no like actual laying out who's going to get this shit, I do think that by default it's going to go to the kid. And because he's not 18, I don't think that he can necessarily reap the benefits of it until he is 18. And that is my talking out of my ass understanding of
I'm
this
pretty
situation.
sure the guardian of the person inheriting the stuff has a say to an extent of how the assets are managed until then. Like, unless it's a trust, like there are trust funds that are like put in place that can't be touched or like they can't be emptied out until a certain point, and even then they
But
can
dude, I
only-
also think California has very specific laws on that shit too.
Yeah, and I also think that California is very progressive in that it like supports the mother a lot. Like, if
I wouldn't be surprised if in the coming weeks there are issues brought to light that would question her being fit to be a mother in the first place, and I could see that child ending up with someone else.
No, well, no, dude, the child is not with either of them. The child's with Aaron's grandma, or no, Melanie's Bulgarian grandma, dude.
That's probably the best case scenario.
yeah, dude. What do you guys think, Mitch? You want to let the people know where they can find
Yeah,
you?
give your plugs, my man.
Okay, what is a child entitled to when a parent dies in California? Spouse and children. If both spouse and children survive the deceased, the spouse inherits all jointly owned
But
property.
spouse,
But
isn't
yeah,
that a
no,
legal
yeah.
term regarding marriage?
Yeah, it's more than that. It's the
Who is in if someone dies, a California resident, their next of kin are generally the following person:
So
surviving spouse, not her; registered domestic partner, not her.
yeah, I don't
Dude,
think
honestly,
she doesn't qualify as
Aaron-
either of those things.
Honestly, now that we're talking about this, Aaron's piece of shit mom
It's
is
probably
realistically gonna inherit.
well,
all
yeah.
this.
That was kind of what I was thinking. It's either her or the son might have something reserved for him, but he's not going to be able to access it. Till
so
he's
the
an
guardian
adult.
of the son, which maybe won't be the mom. It'll probably
Okay,
be
and also in California, if you don't have a will, the children inherit all the assets.
boom.
There we go. Wow, we came to the conclusion there. Mitch, give us your plugs. Where can people find you?
Follow if anyone's listening on Instagram. We're getting podcasts back out there tomorrow. I don't know when this drops, but hopefully there'll be a new one by the time.
This drops fucking tomorrow.
Yeah,
Oh,
or
sweet.
it might be the next
there will
day.
be new episodes tomorrow. Whenever you listen to this, there will be a new episode out.
Yes.
Um,
So finish listening to this and then immediately click over to if anyone's listening and at least listen to it long enough for him to get a view count.
Yep, that's all that matters.
Mitch, are you gonna? I sent you that thing that I drew for you, right?
Oh, dude, yeah, Dave, I'm very excited to drop that. That's one of the best IAL art pieces we've got so far.
So
Hell yeah.
keep an eye out for that. A little fun artwork.
Oh yeah,
that
I
we did.
commissioned the Hooded Ninja trademark pending.
Hooded
To do
at
some-
Hooded Ninja Studios on Instagram,
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll be able to uncover that for you guys soon. Follow us at bamfomania on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. We fucking busted our views record on Instagram Reels this week, so I was fucking
Dude, yeah, your
excited.
last video, dude, I saw the fucking likes on that. It was like 360, right?
Yeah, we did pretty good.
I
and
was like, fuck yeah, dude.
hopefully the algorithm keeps gracing us, and if I can just keep putting up the work. You can follow me at Salt and Satire.
Bubba Y, 2 B's, 3 B's, 2 Y's. Hit me up if you need a music video. I am ready to work with y'all. I'm really good at it. Check my track record. It fucking speaks for itself. And Mitch gave his plugs already. I mean, you've got like 6 Instagram accounts.
Yeah.
Is that the only one you want to plug?
Yeah, just follow that. Or, I guess, follow my personal or my portfolio page from the jump. But the U in the jump is a V. So from the JVMP.
Okay, hell yeah.
Dude has a camera.
Well, hey, thanks for stopping by, Mitch. R.I.P.
It's great to be back.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
to
rest in
Aaron
peace,
Carter.
man.
We can chat.
I actually-
We can chat post recording. Like we can
Right.
stop recording and continue to be friends.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to. I am actually legitimately kind of sad that Aaron Carter died in such
No,
a
of course.
horrible way.
We're taking a jocular approach to it, but it is a tragedy. We grew up with that guy being in our lives, in one capacity or the other. Whether or not you liked his music. I definitely was more of a fan of him recently than I was growing up, but but for whatever reason, heaven gave an angel. I already said that. Wait, let's end this fucking shit. I can't fucking speak anymore.
Please.
Well, someone went somewhere. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Aaron.
R.I.P. to that guy.